Welcome to the Carriker Chronicles, ladies and gentlemen. This is my gut reaction to Tony White restructuring the contract, coming back to coach at the University of Nebraska. Welcome to the Carriker Chronicles, the people show. Check the pulse of a very happy Husker Nation, the happiest we've been in about 4 weeks. Ladies and gentlemen, Christmas came early. It's the most wonderful time of the year. My dad used to shush me in church, tell me not to sing. I mean, am I that bad? Now you know why I do these for a living, or at least I used to do football. Anyways, I digress. Christmas came early, and if you're as happy as I am that Tony White's going to be coming back, okay, to coach the Blackshirts next season, smash that like button. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so associate head coach and defensive coordinator, Tony White. All right, he's also a nominee, I should mention this, nominee for the Broyles Award, the nation's top assistant coach, not just 2023, but in 2022. And he just led, I wonder why, he just led Nebraska to their best defensive performance of the Big Ten era. All right, now he just signed a restructured contract. He was making $1 million a year. Okay, now he's going to make $1.6 million per year each year of the 2 remaining seasons left in his contract. Easy for me to say. Now, the Blackshirts defense last year was the 3rd most improved unit, okay, against the run, and ranked as the 4th most improved unit in total defense. And if you hadn't heard, 8 different Blackshirts, okay, earned all Big Ten recognition this past season. Now, Matt Rule, here's what he had to say, and I quote, "Tony has all the attributes you look for in a coordinator or assistant coach," end quote. Another quote from Coach Rule, and I quote, "He builds great relationships with his players and fellow coaches and is an elite teacher and communicator. We made great strides on defense this past season, and I look forward to continuing to work with Tony as we move forward and build this program," end quote. Now, Tony is now the 3rd highest paid coach in the Big Ten. I got no problem with that. Okay, and he is also the highest paid assistant coach in Husker football history. Also, got no problem with that. Okay, now here's why this is uber important. Today's December 1st. Now, if you didn't know, that's the first day of off-campus recruiting in this cycle. So imagine Tony White coming to recruit your son. You got to, now today, let me see, Tony will be in Omaha Westside. Okay, that's where he's starting. But imagine Tony coming into your living room trying to recruit your son, and your son's let's say a highly recruited kid that a lot of coaches want. Well, you don't know if he's going to be there. That undermines the entire recruiting cycle. Not no more. Now he's going to be back. Everybody knows. I'm excited. Husker Nation should be excited. The defenders should be excited, and recruits that he's talking to should be excited as well. Now, here's a few other stats. Now, we all know the Blackshirts were significantly better last year, but here's a few more things. Now, this was actually sent out via Keith Mann. Okay, I'm technically a member of the media now. Still weird for me, but I love the folks that I work with, especially at 93.7 The Ticket. They do a phenomenal job, but I get this little tidbits of information now too. So here we go. Nebraska allowed 303.5 yards per game in 2023, the best total defense average in Nebraska since 2009. Think about that. Nebraska ranks 14th nationally in total defense, the program's first top 25 defensive ranking since 2010. The Blackshirts ranked 8th nationally in rush defense, allowing just 92.9 yards per game, which is Nebraska's best run defense since 1999. Even better than 2009. I did not know that. All right, Nebraska held 8 of 12 opponents to less than 100 yards rushing in 2023. Husker opponents were held to 14 or fewer points in 8 games in 2023. And Nebraska ranked 17th nationally in scoring defense at 18.3 points per game. This is the program's best scoring defense average since 2010. All right, real quick, ladies and gentlemen, if you are a general contractor, a building owner, or property manager looking for concrete repair, okay, or work done in the Omaha metro area, such as street paving, building floors, and parking lots, check out dpsconstruction.net. Nobody does better quality work. Check them out at dpsconstruction.net. Now, here's a couple of my own thoughts. Now, we'd heard all these rumors. Tony, is he going to USC? Are they going to poach him? Are they going to pay him a bunch of money? I'll tell you right now, had he gone somewhere else as a defensive coordinator, I would have been pissed, because it would have meant we weren't willing to pay him. As much money as this program makes, that would not have made me happy. But alas, I also didn't think it was very realistic, which is why I didn't say anything. Okay, it doesn't seem like a move that Tony would make. Okay, unless the money is just gargantuanly different. Okay, also, if you listen to him talk in one of his most recent press conferences, and you just chat with him, which I do every once in a while, not a ton, the man's very, very busy, I feel like he's got some loyalty to Matt Rule. Now, we'd be fools to think that he's not going to be on people's radar in the future as a potential head coaching candidate. But for right here, right now, this upcoming year, Husker fans have to be happy and thrilled. All right. Now, to me, this was the most important thing we needed to do this offseason, that or a transfer portal quarterback. Okay, and I'm going to do shows on that here in the near future. Now, I should mention, I also think not just getting a transfer portal quarterback, but getting Chubba Purdy to come back, and even Heinrich Haarberg, who Matt Rule talked about in the press conference as a guy he's excited about, a guy who wasn't even in the quarterback room a year ago. Now, I know a lot of people think he should move to tight end, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, but Purdy's got talent. He's got ability. Haarberg, I love the way that kid played. That kid is Nebraska through and through. How do you not root for him? And then you bring in a transfer portal quarterback on top of it. Here's why we need all three to come back, okay? We need a quarterback competition. Let the best quarterback win this year, okay, in this offseason. You need depth. And then what if the transfer portal guy, who we're all going to have high expectations for, whoever it is, comes in and struggles? I don't want to throw Jeff Sims under the bus, but kind of like a Jeff Sims situation. Great kid, nice guy. Rule's got nothing but great things to say. But you need somebody else there too, okay? So for me, this was the most important move that we needed to make this offseason. This was 1A, 1B as a transfer portal quarterback. All right, ladies and gentlemen, bottom line, the defense was good this year. It's going to be even better next year. You got Hutmaker coming back. You got Robinson coming back. You got Tony White coming back. There's no reason not to be excited. Okay, here are my questions for you fine folks at home. As always, hit me up in the comments below. Facebook, Twitter, and the tube, YouTube. Number one, just simple yes or no, these first couple questions. Yes or no. In your opinion, was this the most important offseason move that the Huskers could make? Just simply say yes or no. Number two, yes or no, is the next most important offseason move for the Huskers to make, the Husker coaching staff, bringing in a transfer portal quarterback? And I know that seems like a silly question, but you never know the answer until you ask the question. Let me know, yes or no. And you can always give me more in-depth answers if you'd like. Last and final question, another yes or no question. Do you agree with me that retaining Chubba Purdy, at least Chubba, I'd personally like to bring Heinrich Haarberg back, especially after what Matt Rule had to say at the press conference about him, okay, that is also very important for this offseason, as far as offseason moves as well. Now, if you missed some of my most recent shows, okay, the most recent one I did, Nick Henrich hung up the cleats, announced it on social media. So I interviewed him yesterday. Go back and check that out. If you missed it, I got the gut reaction to this today. I'm not going to lie to you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to be in Florida. My son's playing, his 8th grade tackle football team's playing in nationals in Florida. And I already told my wife, I said, keep an eye on Twitter and Facebook and the media news cycle, because I'm going to be doing stuff with that team. But I'm going to be ready at the drop of a hat to do gut reactions to if we get a quarterback, to if somebody leaves, to if another position joins, to if Rule kind of hinted maybe some coaches on offense might get moved around. There's going to be a ton of off-season content coming your way, especially right up until about Christmas Eve, if I'm being honest with you. So if you're interested in any of that stuff, smash the like button. And until next time, Husker Nation, go Big Red. And always remember to throw the ball.